Hello friends, myself Dr. RPS Chauhan, Professor and Head Department Electronics and Communication Engineering at IMS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I welcome you all in my new lecture of subject microprocessor and microcontroller. Today in my lecture I am going to discuss the programmable interrupt controller, that is IC 8259. So, this programmable interrupt controller 8259 having the following features. The 8259 is a programmable interrupt controller, that is PIC, that is programmable interrupt controller, specially designed work with Intel microprocessor, that is 8085 microprocessor, 8086, 8088 microprocessor. So, it can be compatible, it is specially designed to work with this microprocessor, that is 8085, 8086, 8088 microprocessor. It is a device used for managing the interrupt request and functions as an overall manager in an interrupt driven system environment. So, it is a device which is used for managing the interrupt request and functions. So, whenever the interrupting device are used to interrupt the 8085 or 8086 or 8088 microprocessor. So, it acts as a managing device. It will manage the interrupt request of the interrupting device. It accepts requests from the peripheral equipments, whether it is the input output device, determines which of the incoming request is of the highest priority. This is the very important point. It will determine which interrupting device having the highest priority or which request having the highest priority, or certain whether the incoming request has a higher priority value than the level currently being serviced. So, it will actually decide the current interrupt service routine or the interrupting device or is having the highest priority or not, and issue an interrupt to the CPU based on these information. After issuing an interrupt to the CPU can point the program counter to interrupt service routine associated with the requesting device. So, whenever the device is interrupted or when the device is used to send the interrupt request signal to the system. So, each interrupting device is associated with a subroutine which is called interrupt service routine, and which is the subroutine is used to perform a particular task. So, after issuing an interrupt to the CPU can point to the program counter. The program counter is loaded with the address at which the interrupt service routine present, and it will start execution of the interrupt service routine which is associated with the requesting device. The programmable interrupt controller can handle up to 8 vector priorities interrupt for the processor, and it can be cascaded in master slave mode configuration to handle 64 levels of the interrupts without any additional circuitry. So, this is the use of the programmable interrupt controller. If you want to increase the interrupt handling capacity of the system, we use this programmable interrupt controller. So, programmable interrupt controller can handle up to 8 vector priority interrupt for the processor, and it can be cascaded in master and slave mode. Means more than one programmable interrupt controller, one is act as a master, another acts as a slave, configured to handle up to 64 levels of interrupt without any additional circuitry. It can be programmed in either level triggered as well as edge triggered, because when the interrupting device will send the request, the signal can be the level triggered or edge triggered signal. So, it can be programmed. So, the facility of programmable interrupt timer controller, that it can be programmed either in level trigger or edge trigger mode. It has internal priority resolver which can be programmed into fixed priority and the rotating priority mode. So, it has the internal priority resolver unit which can be programmed for the fixed priority mode or the rotating priority mode. The pin diagram of 8259, that is programmable controller, that is 8259 is the 28 pin IC. So, this is the pin diagram of the 8259. So, here let us see the description of this pin of 8259. So, data bus, that is D0 to D7 of 8259 is connected to the data bus D0 D7 of the microprocessor. So, pin number, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and up to 11. So, these pins are dedicated for data bus. So, the 8 bit data lines are connected with the system data bus of the microprocessor. So, these lines will carry the data during the interfacing. Then IR0 to IR7 are nothing but the interrupt request input are used to request an interrupt and to connect to the slave in a system with multiple A to 8259. So, these are the interrupt request signal or the signal which is generated by the interrupt controller for the interrupting device will connect it to this interrupting pin, and with the help of that it will send the interrupt request. The write signal is connected to write control signal of microprocessor. The read control signal is used to connect read control signal of the microprocessor for read and write operation. The INT pin of this 8259, the interrupt output connected to the interrupt request pin of the microprocessor. So, whenever the interrupting device will interrupt the wants to perform or send the interrupt request to the system with the help of this 8259. So, the INT pin of this 8259 is connected to interrupt request pin of the microprocessor for the master and is connected to master IR pin on a slave. So, this is the function of this INT pin. Next is the interrupt acknowledge. The interrupt acknowledge is an input that connects to the INTA signal, that is interrupt acknowledge signal, to the system. In a system with a master and slave only, the master INTA signal is connected. So, the interrupt acknowledge is nothing but the interrupt acknowledge which is active low signal generated by the system, and it is connected to the interrupt acknowledge input pin of the 8259. So, to inform that the interrupt request has been received by the processor or the system and your request has been acknowledged with the help of this interrupting active low interrupt acknowledge signal. A0 is the address input pin, selects different command word with the 8259. So, this command word of 8259 can be selected with the help of this address line A0. Then to enable the 8259, that is programmable interrupt controller, that is chip select signal is used, and when the decoder circuitry is used to decode the appropriate logic. So, this appropriate signal is connected to the chip select signal, and this chip select signal is used to enable the 8259. SP or EN, that is slave program or enable buffer, is a dual function pin. This pin will perform the dual function. When the 8259 is a buffered mode, this pin is an output that control the data bus transceiver in a large microprocessor based system, and when the 8259 is not in a buffered mode, this pin program the device as a master 1 or a slave, that is 0. So, this is the purpose, or this is the function of the slave program and enable buffer pin of the 8259. Then we have the cascade signal, that is CAS0, CAS1 and CAS2. So, these are the cascade signals CAS0, CAS1 and CAS2. The cascade lines are used as output from the master to slave for cascading multiple 8259 in a system. If you want to connect more than one 8259, then these cascade signals or cascade pins are used as the output for the master to the slave for cascading multiple 8259 in a system. Next is the block diagram of 8259 programmable interrupt controller. So, this is the block diagram. So, we have the data bus buffer, and here the data bus buffer is used to connect the data bus of 8259 with the system data bus. So, this is the system data bus which is connected to the data bus of this 8259. Then we have read and write control unit. So, this input to this read write control unit is read control signal, write control signal, the address line A0 and chip select signal. So, the read and write control signals are used to perform read and write operation. Address line A0 is used to select the control word register, command word register. Chip select signal is used to enable the 8259, that is the cascade signal, that is CAS0, CAS1, CAS2. So, these are the cascade signal or cascade buffer which is used for cascading the more than one 8259. Then the control logic, which is the control logic unit, which have these two, that is 8259 programmable interrupt controller. So, here the control logic unit, that is will consist the two signal, that is INT signal. This signal is the output signal which is connected to the system. It is connected to the INTR, interrupt request of microprocessor. And the microprocessor will send the output signal, that is interrupt acknowledge signal, which is active low, and this is the input to the 8259. Now, in this we have the in service register and priority resolver. So, let us see the operation of this thing. The first is data bus buffer. The data bus buffer is the unit. This bidirectional 8-bit buffer is used to interface the 8259 to the system data bus. As already explained that the data bus buffer is used to interface the data bus of 8259 with the system data bus. Control word and status information, this is the control word and the status information from the microprocessor to program interrupt controller, from program interrupt controller to microprocessor respectively are transferred through this data bus. So, the control word can be transferred or the status information can be transferred from the 8259 to the microprocessor, and from the microprocessor to the 8259 is done with the help of this data bus buffer. Read and write control logic, the function of this block is to accept output commands sent from the CPU. It contains the initialize command word register denoted by ICW, is nothing but the initialization command word register, and operation command word register which store the various control format for the device operation. To perform various device operation, we have the initialization command word register. The command word register is used to initialize the 8259 and the operation command word register is used to control the device operation. The ICW and OCW, that is instruction command word register and operation command word register, are two types of command word of 8259, where instruction command word is used to initialize 8259, whereas operation command word are issued to control the operation of 8259. So, the operation command word register is used to control the operation of 8259, while the instruction command word register or initialization command word register is used to initialize the 8259 for the different operation. This function block also allow the status of 8259 to be transferred to the data bus. So, with the status of the information can be transferred to the data bus with the help of data bus. So, the status of information is transferred from 8259 to the processor with the help of data bus. Control logic is used to control all the internal operation, generates an INT signal. So, this 8259 will generate the interrupt signal, INT signal, and it is connected to interrupt request signal of a microprocessor and receive INTA, that is interrupt acknowledge signal from the microprocessor. So, whenever the interrupting device will interrupt the system with the help of this 8259. So, in response to this interrupt request signal, the 8259 will generate the INT signal and it is connected to interrupt request pin of microprocessor. In response to this INT signal, the microprocessor will generate interrupt acknowledge signal to the 8259. Next is read or write control logic. So, read write control logic will consist read and write control signal, chip select signal and address line, that is A0. This is the signals which is related to read write control logic, that is read write address and chip select signal. The processor uses the read write and A0 to read or write 8259. So, this signal, that is read write and A0 signals are used to read and write the 8259 and lay a low on write control signal. If the write control signal is low, it will enable the CPU for write operation. So, with the help of write control signal, we can enable the CPU to write control word, that is initialize command word and the operation command word to the 8259. A low on RD, that is reads input, enables the 8259 to send the status of the interrupt request register, interrupt service register and interrupt mask register or the interrupt level onto the data bus. So, with the help of write control signal, the processor will or CPU will write the control word register on control word on initialization command word or operation command word, and with the help of read input signal, the 8259 is enabled to send the status of the interrupt request register, interrupt service register, interrupt mask register or the interrupt level onto the data bus. A0 input signal is used in conjunction with read and write control signals to write command into the status register of the 8259. This line is connected to one of the address lines of the microprocessor. So, once the address lines is connected to one of the address lines of microprocessor, the corresponding the command word register or control word register is can be addressed with the help of this address line, and once the address is given to the the appropriate address is given to this address line, the command word register or control word register is used for the initialization command word, operation command word register. Next is the interrupt request register. So, interrupt request register, this block accept and store the actual interrupt request from external interrupting device on IR0 to IR7. So, the input to this interrupt request register, we have 8 interrupt signals or 8 signals or 8 lines, that is IR0 to IR7. These lines will receive the request from the external interrupting device on this IR0 to IR7 lines. Interrupt request register stores all the incoming interrupt input that are requesting service. So, the interrupting device will send the request on this IR0 to IR7 pin of interrupt request register, and the interrupt request register will store this request, and it is a 8-bit register. So, it is an 8-bit register, 1 bit for each interrupt request. So, for each particular lines will used to send the request from the external interrupting device, and this request can be stored with the help of interrupt request register, which is the interrupt request register of 8259. It keeps track of which interrupt inputs are asking for service and also store the pending interrupt request. So, the function of interrupt request register, it will keep track of which interrupting device are asking for the service and also store the pending interrupt or which interrupt request is pending. If an interrupt input is unmasked and has an interrupt signal on it, then the corresponding bit in the interrupt request register will be set. So, this is the purpose of interrupt request register of 8259. Next is the interrupt mask register. So, this is the interrupt mask register of 8259. This logic block masks interrupt lines based on programming by the processor and prevent mask interrupt line from interrupting the processor. The interrupt mask register is used to disable or mask or enable unmasked individual interrupt requests. So, with the help of interrupt mask register, we can enable or disable the request of the individual interrupting device. This is also an 8-bit register. Each bit in the register corresponds to the interrupt input with the same number. So, this is an 8-bit register. Each bit in this register corresponds to the interrupt input with the same number. The interrupt mask register operates on the interrupt request register. Masking of higher priority input will not affect the interrupt request lines of the lower priority interrupt. So, disabling the highest priority request, that is the interrupt mask register operates on the interrupt request register. Masking of higher priority input will not affect the interrupt request lines of lower priority interrupt. So, will not the lower priority interrupt request lines will not affect once the higher priority interrupt will be masked. To unmask any interrupt, corresponding bit is set to 0. If you want to unmask any interrupt, the corresponding interrupt bit is set to 0. So, this is the use of interrupt mask register. Next is in service register. So, the in service register keeps track of which interrupt inputs are currently being serviced. For each input, this is currently being serviced, the corresponding bit of in service register will be set during the service of interrupt request. If another higher priority interrupt becomes active, it will be acknowledged and the control will be transferred from lower priority interrupt service subroutine, that is ISS, to higher priority service routine. So, this is the provision in service register. Thus, more than one bit of ISR will be set, indicating the number of interrupt being serviced. Each of these 3 registers can be read as status register. So, the interrupt service register, the in service register keeps track of which interrupt inputs are currently being serviced. So, this is the use of that. So, which interrupt is currently being serviced, for each input this that is currently being serviced, the corresponding bit of in service register will be set. So, which interrupt is serviced is indicated with the help of in service register, because the corresponding bit of whether it is IR0, IR1, IR2 or IR7, the corresponding bit is set to indicate that this interrupt service has been currently being serviced. So, this is the purpose of the in service register. Next is the priority resolver. This block, logic block, determines the priority of the incoming interrupt set in the in interrupt request register. So, this block is used to determine the priority of the incoming interrupts on the interrupt line, that is IR0 to IR7, which interrupt is having the highest priority. It takes the information from the interrupt request register, interrupt mask register and interrupt service register to determine whether the new interrupt request is having the highest priority or not. So, the priority resolver register as indicate that this block determines the priority of the incoming interrupt set in the interrupt request register. So, it will receive the information from interrupt request register, interrupt mask register and interrupt service register to determine whether the new interrupt request is having the highest priority or not. If the new interrupt request is having the highest priority, it is selected and processed. So, if it is found that if the new interrupt request is having the highest priority as compared to the current service interrupt, so it is selected and it is processed. The corresponding bit of ISR will be set during interrupt acknowledge machine cycle. So, if the new interrupt having the highest priority, it is selected and it is processed, the corresponding bit the corresponding bit of the new interrupt will be set during the interrupt acknowledge machine cycle, and that particular the new interrupt will be processed. So, this is the purpose of the priority resolver. It will resolve the priority and it will continuously check the priority of the new coming interrupt by taking the information from the interrupt request register, interrupt mask register and interrupt service register. Next is the cascade buffer or comparator. The logic block allow for cascading multiple 8259 controller in master or slave configuration. So, this is the cascade buffer, that is cascade 0, cascade 1, cascade 2. This function block stores and compare the IDs of the all 8259 in the system. The associated 3 input output line, that is cascade 0, cascade 1 and cascade 2 are output, where 8259 is used as a master and are input when 8259 is used as a slave. So, this is the purpose of this cascade input. As a master, the 8259 send the IDs of the interrupting slave device onto the cascade 0, cascade 1 and cascade 2 lines. So, if 8259 is used as a master, it will send the ID of the interrupting slave device on these lines cascade 0, cascade 1, cascade 2. The slave 8259 compare this ID with their own programmed ID. Thus, the selected 8259 will send its pre-programmed subroutine address onto the data bus during the next 1 or 2 successive interrupt acknowledge pulses. Next is the master slave mode of 8259. The slave 8259 creates an interrupt trigger on master as soon as it receives an interrupt trigger at one of its 8 input lines IR0 to IR7. The master in turn interrupt the processor. Once the corresponding particular pin is set, then the master will trigger the or interrupt the processor. The processor reads interrupt service routine address. The master 8259 informs the corresponding slave 8259 to release the ISR address onto the data bus. So, the master of the 8259 informs the corresponding slave 8259 to release the ISR address onto the data bus. The processor read this information and execute the appropriate interrupt service routine. So, master will inform to the slave the appropriate address, release the address, and this address can be read and execute the appropriate interrupt service routine by the microprocessor. So, this is the master slave mode of operation. So, here the two 8259s are connected, one is acts as a master and other acts as a slave. So, here the master will receive the 8 interrupt request, that is IR0 to IR7, and similarly slave will have the request IR8 to IR15. So, total we have the 16 interrupt request, and here the interrupt is connected to the interrupt acknowledge pin of this master, and here once the corresponding interrupt request is set, then the master will send the output INT signal and it is connected to the interrupt request signal of the microprocessor, and accordingly the microprocessor will send the interrupt acknowledge signal to the master as well as the slave. So, it will inform that your interrupt request signal has been received by the processor, and the corresponding the interrupt can be accessed with the help of the interrupt service routine. The 8259 interrupt operation can be explained with the help of the interrupt enable flip flop in the microprocessor should be enabled by writing the EI instruction. So, this is nothing but the enable interrupt instruction, and the 8259 should be initialized by writing control word in the control word register. So, 8259 can be initialized by writing the appropriate 8-bit pattern to the control word register by selecting the control word register with the help of the address line. The 8259 uses two types of control word, that is the initialization command word register. So, here the command word register is initialized by writing the appropriate bit pattern onto the control word register, that is called the initialization command word register, and the operation command word register, which is used to control the various operation of 8259. The instruction command word are used to set up the proper condition and specially RST address. RST is nothing but the restart address, which is the address of the interrupt. The operation command word register are used to perform functions such as masking interrupt, setting up, status, read operation. The interrupt request register of 8259 store the request which interrupt is sending the request for the as a interrupting device. The priority resolver check the three register, that is interrupt request register, interrupt mask register, and interrupt service register for interrupt request being serviced. It resolve the priority and set the INT high when appropriate signal with the help of the INT signal, and once the new interrupt having the highest priority, it will send the address of that particular interrupt and access the interrupt service routine. So, operation of 8259, that is interrupt operation, can be explained with the help of the interrupt enable flip flop in the microprocessor should be enabled by writing the enable interrupt instruction, and the 8259 should be initialized by writing the control word in the control word register. So, whenever the particular interrupt has been serviced, the interrupt enable or enable interrupt instruction is used. The 8259 should be initialized by writing the control word register in the control word in the control word register. The 8259 uses two types of control word register. First is the initialization command word register, and second is the operation command word register. Initialization command register are used to set up the proper conditions and the specially RST address. So, this RST is the vector address of the interrupt where the interrupt service routine will start. The operation command word register used to perform functions such as masking interrupt, setting up status, read operation, etc. So, the operation command word register is used to perform the various operations such as it will masking the interrupt, setting up the status, read operation, etc. The interrupt request register of 8259 store the request of the interrupt which is requesting the interrupt request register. The external signal is applied to the particular interrupt pin of the interrupt request register, and the interrupt request register will store the request of those interrupting device. The priority resolver check three register, the status of the three register, that is the interrupt request register for checking the status of the interrupting device, interrupt mask register for masking the particular bit, the interrupt service register for interrupt request being served. It resolve the priority and set the INT high when the appropriate signal is applied. So, this is the function of the 8259, and this way first the enable interrupt instruction is used to enable the request of the interrupting device, and the 8259 should be initialized by writing the control word register. So, the operation can be initialized with the help of writing the appropriate 8-bit pattern into the initialization command word register, and the operation command word register is used to perform masking interrupt, setting up and masking the interrupt request, setting up the status and the read operation. The interrupt request of 8259 store the request of the interrupting device. Thank you.